guys, welcome back to my channel. Sorry I've been gone for so long. How long have I been away? Like a couple weeks? Maybe a month? I don't know. The reason for that is because, I got a job. Yeah, I got a job. And, if you guys didn't know that. And because it seems like lately I've only been getting like 2 days a week out of my schedule. And it's just so hard to like once I come home from work, I just want to like lay down and like relax all my muscles. And it's hard. And so yeah, and plus I feel like I don't like to film with like people around. Like Chris is okay. Like I'm fine if he like watches me record or something. I mean, I'm a little awkward about it, but like whatever. But like if his mom's home, then I feel like she doesn't know about this YouTube thing. She probably doesn't get it. I don't know. But yeah, I feel like she'd probably be like, "Who are you talking to?" So yeah, I feel really awkward doing it when like they're around or like they're home. And sometimes I just forget it. So yeah, I'm sorry I haven't been posting. Today's video is gonna be basically about how I peaked in high school. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, it's basically gonna be about like just my life in general in like a span of like elementary school, middle school, high school, and now. And yeah. Sunshine! Sunshine! One second. Say hi. Say hi to the people. Hi. I'm Sunshine. This is Sunshine. This is my son. He is a year old. And yeah, he's my boy. You're gonna leave me? Okay. But yeah, anyway, elementary school, I feel like, I felt like I only had like maybe 2 real best friends. Like at least 2 people were my best friends. And I didn't know the meaning between best friends and acquaintances and like friends and just anything. So I was basically that person. I was basically that kid that like someone talked to me once and I'd go home and I'd be like, I made a friend today. And I didn't know at the time that just because someone talks to you once does not make them your friend. So, yeah, I had like a bazillion friends because, yeah, because I kept saying like, I made a new friend, when reality, they were just having a conversation with me and they never were going to talk to me again. So, yeah, I was also very shy in elementary school. I'm very shy now, but I'm more open. In elementary school, I was like very soft spoken. And yeah, so in middle school, I found out the difference between like a best friend and an acquaintance, and I learned that just because someone talks to you once does not make them your friend automatically, because then you're going to have like all these friends who don't have your back when you need them, but then you're going to be on everyone else's back. So it's like, yeah, it's a winner, it's like a lose situation. So sorry. I'm also really sick, which is another reason why I haven't been posting. Like, I just feel really bad. Like, I have a headache right now. I just came home too from work, so it's like I have a headache. I'm feeling really weak. So, yeah. I'm trying to get this done, guys. But anyway, in middle school, like I said, I had two friends in elementary school, like two best friends who were my best friends in the whole wide world. And when I went into middle school, one of them transferred to a different school because she was getting bullied severely. And it made me very upset. It made me want to switch schools as well. And my parents were one of those people where it's like, if you're not severely getting bullied, which I wasn't. I was getting bullied, but I wasn't like getting like pushed around and getting shoved or anything. And I wasn't like coming home like crying because this person said that and this person said that. I was a very insecure person, but I wasn't getting like the daily like threats and stuff like that. So, but this friend was, and it was very upsetting. And it was also very upsetting because in elementary school, everybody, like in first through third grade, they were going through that phase where if you're not teasing anyone, you're not cool. And because of that, my other friend, um, roped me into teasing this friend, which at the time I didn't know what was happening, and neither did that friend, which was very hard because I love this friend to death. I still talk to her to this day, and she has completely forgiven me because, when you're that age, you're given into peer pressure, into bullying and stuff because you're doing anything to be cool. Because you want to be cool. And yeah, so in middle school, the friend that we were bullying, she went to a different school. She didn't go to a different school because of us. There were actually other kids that were bullying her way more severely. And yeah, it was kind of upsetting, but I still we would do these like we would go over to our house for a couple hours after school, like every Thursday when we were in elementary school. And then when we went into middle school, we kind of drifted apart, but we still tried to like come over every once in a while. And the friend that I helped make fun of her with, we stayed kind of close. She apologized, obviously, and all this stuff, and we ended up being really good friends, and we forgave each other, and it was really good. But I went to a middle school where the middle school and the elementary school were like together, and the way it was the bottom half of the school, like the first floor, it was like one half elementary, one half middle school, and the thing that divided the two together was the lunchroom for the little kids, for the elementary kids, and then the rest was the middle school. And then we go upstairs, and it was like one hall for the elementary, and then the rest was like middle school. So that's how it was. And we got new students, obviously, because, it's middle school. Like, some other schools didn't have a built-in middle school like ours did, so they came to us, and I got a couple new friends. And these friends, and again, I got two new best friends, and then the rest were either like their friends or, just friends that just people that just hung out. And I also, well, I had like maybe three good friends, maybe even more. I can't remember at the time, because I had these two best friends, and then I had this one friend that went to middle school with me, but we didn't become like best friends until we went to like high school, because like she was kind of in the background like drawing all the time. I kind of attracted the crowd of like the drawers and the gamers and just the weird people, or like the different people, the people with like the learning disabilities. And like, not saying that's a bad thing, because I have a learning disability. I have ADHD. And like, I attracted all the like emos and depressed people. And I was and it was it was cool, because I could kind of relate to them, because you know in middle school, high school, my depression did not kick in until then. And it wasn't like because I was getting picked on or anything. I think it was just like a puberty thing. It was just the fact that like I had nothing to be depressed about. And in middle school, it helped me realize that, like, oh shit, this is what's happening to me. Because I would come home and I would just instantly go to my room, or I wouldn't even want to come home, but yet I wouldn't want to go to school. And I'm like, why am I feeling this way? And they were like, and my parents would be like, are you okay? And I'm like, I'm fine. Like, I don't know what's happening to me. I just don't feel okay. But yet I'm feeling fine. And it wasn't until like freshman year of high school that I was like, oh shit, I'm depressed. And my mom came forward and my grandma came forward and everybody, and they were like, depression runs in our family. So I don't doubt it if you have depression. But anyway, like, I attracted this friend and her friend, and she she was kind of a popular girl. She was the popular girl that kind of like that one popular girl that hung out with the different people, I guess you could say. Like, and then we had another really pretty girl, but she didn't think she was pretty, and she got picked on as well, but she was actually really pretty. um so yeah, it was. And then I was just, as people would say, the duff. Nobody says that, but I think of myself as the duff, because I was that friend in middle school that, like, I was that girl elementary school through middle school, all up until high school, that people would be so mean to me, and they wouldn't even be mean to me to my face. They would just think that I'm disgusting. And I was that girl that like guys would be like, "Oh, I dare you to kiss her. Oh, gross. She's gross. Like, ew, like she's disgusting." Like I was that girl that everyone just picked on behind my back. And I knew that they did it, which is the shittiest thing. Because it sucked, because my friend, the like popular girl, she she was that girl in high school and in middle school that like dated a lot. Like, I'm not calling her a slut or anything, but like, because she was actually a really sweet girl. But she dated a lot, and then the other girl, my other friend, the really pretty one, she got a boyfriend. And I was always the one who loved love, that always wanted a boyfriend, that always loved the idea of love. And the fact that like everyone around me had a boyfriend and a girlfriend and I didn't, it was so bad that one Valentine's Day I was bawling in the cafeteria because that Valentine's Day, my friend, like the popular one, right before we went to lunch, she was called to the principal's office. She comes back with like a bouquet of roses and chocolate covered strawberries and a teddy bear from her boyfriend who went to another school. And I got jealous. And I think that was the first time and the last time up until now that I've ever felt jealousy. I have never felt jealousy in a relationship until my ex showed up. But besides like relationship wise, I think that's the first time I ever felt jealousy, because I was like, why is she getting showered and I get nothing? And I always felt like the ugly girl. I never felt pretty, and I didn't really care until until that moment, because I was like, I was ready at that point to just like die, like just live forever alone, because I felt disgusting. And my friends cheered me up. I don't know who exactly did it. I'm pretty sure it was my friends, but we were doing those like roses that you like buy for your crush, the little fake roses, and then they pass them out. But I got roses. I got like 2 roses that day, and they both had question marks on them. So I don't know if it was my friends. I don't know if it was a secret admirer or what, but it brightened my day that day. But I just bawled during lunch because I couldn't take it. Like, I got so anxious, I got so jealous that I freaked out, and it was just scary. And then high school came, and I think this is where I peaked, because the end of freshman year, I got my first boyfriend. Like, literally the second to last day of freshman year, I got my first boyfriend. He was this, like, he was, like, the little, like, cute, nerdy guy. I mean, I kind of had a crush on him. He went to middle school with me, and I kind of had a crush on him then. And, I would talk to him. I would sit right next to him in class in middle school, and like he'd show me his drawings, and like he was a very decent artist. um he wasn't a very detailed artist, but like he he was decent. Like, you it was one of those things where it's like in between stick figures and like, holy shit, you drew that. Like, it was one of those things where it was like, okay, I know what it is, but it's not the best. Like, you know what I mean? So, anyway, yeah, I kind of had a crush on him in middle school, and then he kind of just popped up during finals in freshman year, and I sat next to him at finals, and yeah, it turns out he liked me, I liked him, and the end of freshman year, like the second to last day. The last day, may I remind you, the last day of freshman year was my birthday. And so literally the day before my birthday, I got a boyfriend. Best birthday present ever. So that morning I come in and my friends ran up to me and they were like, this guy wants to date you. And he comes up to me like all shy and I'm like kind of just looking at him, kind of talking to him, like all shy, like kind of avoiding it. Cause like I didn't want to like I liked him and I wanted to say yes, but I didn't just want to be like, so you want to go on a date? So, so then like we were just talking and all of a sudden they run back up to us and they were like, so did you say yes? And I'm like, I guess. And yeah. And then we dated for a good 10 months. We broke up like like a couple months before, like a couple months before end of sophomore year. I didn't date for like a month. And then we're not gonna name names, but this guy that I had a crush on, who may or may not have been a good guy, kind of slid into my radar. And it's funny because I dated his friend later. I dated his friend like the next summer. Let me just say, I peaked in high school. I dated a lot. But so this guy would like walk up to me in the halls and like I'd be like this to go give him a hug and he'd wrap me up and he'd like spin me around. And that's what got my attention, is that he'd constantly do that. Whenever I saw him in the hall, I'd do that and that would be our routine. And it drove my ex crazy and I didn't like it, but at the same time I did, which sucks because my ex was a great guy. We ended on mutual terms, I guess. I mean, I broke up with him because I guess it was getting old, I guess you could say. That sounds really bad the way I put it. But I just realized that like I didn't like hanging out with him anymore. And I didn't want to I didn't want to hurt his feelings. I didn't want to break up with him and hurt his feelings because I knew it would hurt him, but at the same time, it's like I didn't want to stay in a relationship that I wasn't going to be happy in and make him happy. I at that moment I just had to do what was good for me, and I ended it, and he newsflash, never got over me. Uh, I know that sounds like little self-centered, but if you would ask him to this day, he would say, I've never gotten over you. Every time he would walk by me in the halls, he would say, I still think about you. I still think about all the times we have. Like he's probably gonna get mad at me if he watches this. But, like, he never got over me. But anyway, so this guy, I didn't know until we broke up or until I dated him that this next guy was kind of a jerk. First heartbreak. Yeah, let's just say he was not a nice person. He's what you call a fuckboy. I did a lot of stuff for him. I gave him like my old phones because his mom wouldn't let him have a phone unless like he bought it himself and he didn't have a job. This sounds so bad. So I would give him my old phones to use like for Wi-Fi and stuff. and his mom would get mad and like she'd try to give him back, and then I'd take him and then I'd give him back to him, and then I'd be like, you gotta give him back, and just it was all this stuff. And then he went to jail for like a couple days because I'm not even gonna say. Uh, I'm gonna get in so much trouble for this video. But yeah, at the end of the day, he broke up with me because I don't even know why. He just broke up with me. The day he broke up with me, he got fired from his job because he gave someone the wrong amount of change. And I was texting him like, oh baby, that's awful, like, you shouldn't have gone fired like that, and blah blah blah. And he was like, oh, and by the way, I'm breaking up with you. And then that was it. And I was blowing up his phone. And then a couple days later, guess who got a boyfriend? So then I was like, are we done? And he's like, yeah, we're done. I got someone. And I'm like, okay, cool. So do I. And I burned his flannel because I'm a crazy bitch. And I dated this guy. And things didn't last with him. He was very mean. I don't even like to talk about him. I mean, something happened with him that, let's say, was unforgivable. I was stupid, I was young, and then he treated it like it was nothing afterwards, I guess you could say. Or no, I don't know, like, I don't even know, but let's just say I ended it because afterwards he started being really mean to me, and I just couldn't take it anymore. I felt like the relationship was falling apart, like he didn't love me anymore. Even though we were dating for 3 months and we were saying like I love you, we were like 16, we didn't know what the fuck we were doing. But still, like, I felt like I would say I love you and I would have to say like I love you 3 times for him to finally say like I love you back. So it was like all this shit kind of just piled up, and I was like, I'm done. I can't do this. It's toxic. And I went on a rant that day that it happened in class with my friends. I was bawling in a quiet room in class, and nobody paid attention. So yeah. And then like 2 weeks later, guess who got a boyfriend? Yeah. This time it was my friend that I knew he liked me from like the very beginning. I knew he liked me. But he broke up with me because I'm a crazy bitch. Which I knew that, and I warned him about. And, you know, for the sunshine! My cat's crying. But anyway, it's like, I knew, I don't know, he broke up with me because I was crazy. And it's like, I don't know, like, I keep trying to talk to him every now and again just to be like friends. And he talks to me every now and again, but like I kind of just feel like he's distant and that he just doesn't want anything to do with me anymore. And I totally get that, because I was very toxic. I'm very toxic. And anyone who dates me, anyone who stays with me, I give them props. Like Chris, I give him props. My ex, I gave him props, because I'm the one who ended it with him, and he actually didn't want to end it. He begged me not to end it, and it's just, anyone who dates me, I give them props for dealing with me. But anyway, and then 2 weeks later, guess who got a boyfriend? And this guy was the guy I was talking about earlier, the friend of the guy who was the fuckboy. So he was a sweetie. He was very much a sweetie, but we broke up because he moved, and I'm not good at long distance. I am very clingy. I am very, yeah, he was moving for school, and I felt like if he did that, my anxiety would just constantly be like, I always have like a battle in my head about, like, I feel like with my depression and my anxiety, I have voices in my head. It's not schizophrenia. I love how people, normal people, say that like voices in your head means you have schizophrenia. No, it means that you can have depression too. You can have all this stuff. Like, you don't have to have schizophrenia to have voices in your head. But anyway, I feel like if I let him go and we were still together, even though I knew that he wouldn't cheat, the voices in my head would be like, he's cheating right now. He's cheating right now. Like he doesn't love you. He's cheating right now. Like, that's the whole reason why he's not texting you back. He's cheating right now. And he could easily be in class. And that's the whole reason why he cannot be texting me. Like, I am that person where if someone doesn't text me and I'm in a relationship with them, or I'm like trying to be, it's like, if they take forever to text me back, my brain instantly goes to that, and it takes everything in me to not type that down, to not send it. And it's terrible. And I did that with, I think that's one of the reasons why the last boyfriend that I was talking about just like stopped being with me, was because that's exactly what I did. My grandma died one day when I was with him, and I was texting him, and I didn't know that his phone was charging, and all I knew was that he wasn't texting me back, and I was freaking out, and my anxiety was on a whole nother level because my grandma just died, because my grandma was my favorite person in the whole wide world, and I didn't know that until she passed. And my anxiety was on a whole nother level, and he just wasn't texting me back, and I said things that I wasn't proud of, and by the time he finally read all my texts, he was like, fuck you. Well, he didn't say fuck you, but he was like, I need to be alone right now, because I said some shitty things, and I'm shaking right now just thinking about it. But like, anyway, and then like a month later, after college guy and I break up, guess who gets a boyfriend? And this guy is my ex-boyfriend. You guys all know about him, you know, breakup, makeup, breakup, makeup, breakup, makeup, all that stuff. And now we're here with Chris, and yeah. So, long story short, I peaked in high school. Yeah, I feel like I'm one of those girls that just peaked in high school because middle school, elementary school, no one wanted to fuck with me. No one. And then high school, everyone was like, "Oh, she's cute. She's cute." Probably because of my boobs. I don't know. I was pretty cute in high school. I had a nice body and stuff like that. And then I got out of high school, and then I didn't have no job, didn't go to college, all of that stuff. Had nothing going for me. And I got fat. Well, I didn't go fat, but like I doubled up. and so now I'm living with my boyfriend. I got a job, and I think I'm losing weight. I'm not sure. I feel like it. I feel confident-ish. So, yeah. I'm happy. I am a lot. Very happy. So, but this video is I peaked in high school. Sorry this is such a long video. Sorry I waited so long to make a video. So, yeah, I'm probably going to be doing like a morning routine video soon. I don't know. Okay. My head hurts. I'm going to go take some headache pills. Okay. Yeah, see ya. Bye. Like, comment, dislike, do what you gotta do. Okay. Bye.